One, two. All right. Let's try this again, guys. So, hello and good morning to this live video. I just did this live video and literally just did it, but for some reason, halfway through the video, was now no more sound, and that's that. And I'm not super happy about it, but I really want to, have committed to creating these live videos and these live experiences for you guys. And I don't want to have any excuse for there not to be a video. Okay. So even though today my time is really crunched, I am going to do this live again. Oh my goodness. All right. But it's probably going to be shorter than original. The original was almost 27 minutes of pure knowledge and wisdom. Unfortunately, my microphone for some reason failed during the middle of that video, and I hope it doesn't fail this time. I'm keeping an eye on the microphone thingy, the thing that lights up. So ah, I hate it when technology does not cooperate with you. So hey guys, G Nontra here with Write and Prosper. And on today's video, we're talking about how live events can grow your business and why I think you should attend more live events in 2019. Okay, so live events are any event that you go to with live people. All right, for a lot of us that are building online businesses, we try to do everything online and realize that people are still people. People still need that personal touch. And I think that this social media, online technology kind of life has taken us away from those personal connections that we need to be making. And because of that, we built everything online, done everything online, and everything is online, and that's all great. But going to personal events adds a special touch to your business that it wouldn't otherwise. All right. And the reason why I'm going to talk about the reasons why I want you to attend more live events in 2018. So in the original video that I did, I talked about places where you can find live events to attend. All right. And one such place is meetup.com. You can go to meetup.com, and this is available in many cities in the world. You can find out what events are going on. There's several groups that are meeting every single day of the week that have to do with fitness, that have to do with entrepreneurship, that have to do with cooking, food. Different interests are represented on meetup.com, and you can find some of these live events there. Another place you can find live events is Eventbrite. Eventbrite, just go to eventbrite.com and find out what people, what events people are putting up within your city. Sometimes it may require that you make a $10 or $15 investment, but trust me, it's completely worth it. Now, I'll tell you a story. Last year, I started investing in going to events. And so last year, my very first blogger conference I went to was an event known as the Financial Bloggers Conference. It's called FinCon. And I highly recommend this conference if you are completely new to conferences. And God willing, next year I'm planning on going. And so if you come, please, it's in Washington D.C. next year. Please let me know and let's hang out. Okay. So FinCon is one of such a great event. And I remember I was just kind of sitting in the networking hall, just kind of hanging out. And that's a lot about speaking and about getting speaking gigs. And this year I was able to put that stuff into action and start getting speaking gigs. And already this year I've done 2 speaking gigs. I have another one coming up in November. I've pitched other speaking opportunities. And I know that speaking is definitely going to be a major part of my business going forward. And all that started because I met Felicia. All right. Right there in the networking hall, I met another blogger. I actually met Holly Hanna from workathomewoman.com. And Holly gets about 1 million visitors to her website every single month. That's over 30,000 people that come to her website every single month. And I was able to strike up a conversation with her. I didn't even know who she was at the beginning. I kind of knew about her blog, but I was like, oh, you're the work at home woman. And she's like, yeah, she's really shy and sweet. And we had such an amazing conversation. And later on, that led to me being featured on her blog that gets 1 million visitors per month. And that's definitely great exposure for me. And so, one of the things that I realized that going to events can do for you is that it puts you in contact with people that you cannot simply find just online. You know, you cannot simply find a lot of people that are on Instagram or Facebook. You may follow them. Sometimes you may even want to get in touch with them, but they don't respond. However, if you meet people at live events, it's more likely because they can put a face to your name, it's more likely that they're going to respond to your email. It's more likely they're going to pick up your phone call. It's more likely that they're going to say yes to whatever request that you're putting forth to them. To what you have to do. So it's absolutely important for you to go to these events so that you can start making personal connections with people. And these personal connections can then lead to opportunities down the line. Now, one of the things I had said earlier was that it's important you don't go into these events with the mind that, oh, I'm just going in for me, right? Find out what value you can give people. Find out what, like, and also when you go to these events, it's important that you don't just be a wallflower. Don't just stand there and mind your own business and kind of be like, okay, but let's see what everybody is going to do. No, get yourself into the conversation. See, naturally, I'm an introverted person. It doesn't come across in my videos. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I'm more of an ambivert, but my dominant personality really is somebody that likes to keep to themselves, somebody likes to mind their own business, don't want to get involved too much. Okay. But I realized that if I wanted people to keep me top of mind, if I wanted to make an impression, if I wanted to leave that conversation with a person remembering me and saying, oh yeah, I remember her, then I needed to go and start conversations. And the way that works is when you go to an event, look for people that have the same name tag, all right, that you're wearing. And then if there is somebody that's by themselves, just go ahead and say, hey, can I sit beside you? And then if they say yes, you're like, okay, you sit down. Once you sit down, just introduce yourself. That's the very first thing. Hey, my name is so and so. My name is Gertrude Nontra. I'm a blogger and I also have a YouTube channel and I'm super excited to be here. What's your name? So just start out with something super simple. Introduce yourself, tell them what they do, and ask them to give you the same information. If that person is usually these people at events, they also want somebody to come talk to them. So if you venture, it's very likely that you're going to strike up a great conversation. Another way for you to start up great conversations is like, hey, I'm going to get a coffee. I'm going to get a donut. Do you want to come along? You guys can talk on your way to get food. And so all these are really, really great ways for you to get started with conversations with people when you go to events. And events, I talk about Meetup, I talk about Eventbrite, but there's so many. Somebody had asked me a question on Instagram and they're like, how do you find out about live events? And the truth is that I found out about live events simply by being connected with my community. And this doesn't mean that I know a lot of people. It just means that I'm constantly interacting with other bloggers and vloggers. I'm in Facebook communities. I have purchased courses to invest in myself. Those courses sometimes have Facebook pages or Facebook groups that I'm a part of. I listen, I converse with people. There's a share of information. So when there is an event, people share that. When there is something that's going, people share that. I'm also subscribed to newsletters. I remember in 2000, I want to say 2016, one person whose newsletter I've been subscribed to for over 2 years now is Nick Loper. And Nick Loper was coming to San Diego for FinCon. FinCon was in San Diego 2 years ago. And so when he was coming, he was like, hey, I'm going to be in San Diego. If you guys want to meet up, let me know. And I went. I didn't go to the conference that year, but I went and I met up with him. It was really great. And so now Nick Loper knows me by face. Last year, he was here for Social Media Marketing World. I was able to go after him and be like, hey, Nick. And we caught up and it was amazing. But I would not be able to do that if I was just online. Okay, if I was just dwelling online and being a wallflower online, it's because I went to an event that I got to meet like Nick Loper. Another event that I go to is Pat Flynn's SD Entrepreneur Meetup. Pat Flynn lives right here in San Diego, so he started a meetup, and I was also part of his email list. And I used to listen to his podcast, and I heard him say on his podcast that he was going to have a meetup for local entrepreneurs, and I'm like, what? I'm all over that. And so when I first heard that he was having an event, and March, was it March or April of 2017? Yes, I decided to go, and I got to meet other great folks like John Lee Dumas and all these other folks who are, amazing creators online. And so you really have to decide that you're going to be connected within the community so that you can find out about these events. You're watching me right now. You probably listen to podcasts. And so listen out. If I ever say I'm coming to your city, listen out for that. Let's meet up. Let's have coffee. All right. I'm not the biggest star in the world, but definitely that relationship could lead to something. And even if the people that you build relationships are not huge stars right now, it is possible that along the line, they're going to become huge stars. Because if people knew that Barack Obama was going to become Barack Obama, I'm sure a lot of them would have thrown themselves to be his friend, right? So you just really know, or any president for that matter. I'm not saying Barack Obama before any reason. That's the thought, that the name that came to mind. Don't take it personally. Okay. Because I don't talk about politics much. So please do not take it personally. But yes, nobody ever knows who is going to become the next TV producer, the next movie producer. Who knows? Maybe you're a writer and you introduced yourself to somebody that is going to produce a Grammy, was it not a Grammy, but an Oscar-winning movie one day, and then he or she may call you and say, "Hey, you want to write this movie?" And there you go. Then you'll be winning an Oscar because you have a friendship with somebody, or you built a friendship with somebody from years and years ago. So I really do believe that conferences, meetups, live events are a great way for you to connect with people, a great way for you to get to know people, a great way for you to keep yourself top of mind, so that when people think about a writer, when people think about a web designer, when people think about somebody who can do A, B, C, D, they think about you specifically. So make it your goal. We only have about 2 months to enter into 2019. I know a lot of you are planning, you have big dreams for the new year and so on and so forth. In your big dreams, pencil in dreams to go for meetups, dreams to go for local events, dreams to go to conferences. Save up for it, because going to conferences is not cheap. All right, and so you have to save up for it. And sometimes there are also opportunities. I know a girl who was able to get into a lot of events because she chose to volunteer, to become a volunteer. So there are usually volunteer opportunities at these events. So volunteer opportunities at these events, and that could bring your costs down a little bit. I know this year I was able to attend TEDx San Diego because I decided to become a volunteer, so I was able to get into the event for free, and that was such a huge blessing. And so even if you think that, okay, I can't afford this right now, think about other alternative ways, and one of those alternative ways is for you to become a volunteer. Sometimes being a volunteer will reduce your ticket, or maybe you even get a ticket for free, or it will mean that you still have to pay for your ticket, but you get extra perks. All right, so just think about different ways that you can go to events. There are a lot of things out there for free, but there are also things out there that you can do volunteer for, that will allow you to get into the event for free. So that's what I have for you guys. Make live events an integral part of your business. It will help you meet your future clients. It will help you meet people that will can blow the lid off your business. You just never know. But the biggest part of it is really building those relationships. Now, when you come back from the meetup, it's important that anybody that you talk to, anybody that you interacted with, you get their contact information so that you can reach back out to them and say, hey, it was really nice meeting you. If it was a local event, let them know, hey, do you want to go for coffee sometime? Sometimes that's really hard. Like me, right? It's really difficult to get me out to go for coffee with people just because of the way my life is kind of set up. So it's super hard. I'm learning to also sometimes ask for help at home so that I can go out and meet people and and let's say have coffee. That is not an event, but get people to come to coffee, get people to go to lunch, get people to interact with them, after the event. And once you do that and you keep that relationship going, you keep yourself top of mind, you keep yourself in people's minds. And the next time somebody has a referral, guess what? You'll be the next person. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions, concerns about live events and how it can grow your business. All right. Once again, I apologize. I did this video before. I've now done this video for about 50 minutes. And I've been able to condense everything I said in those 27 minutes into this one. So let me know, all right, in the comments below if you found this helpful. All right. Take care, guys. God bless.